The Lakers have been struggling so far in the young season, and I think one of those reasons have been shot selection. They're not putting enough pressure on the defense and the opposing team's center. The season is young, but so far they haven't been getting any easy buckets in the paint, and that was certainly the case against the Suns. On this first play, Carmelo was in a pick and roll with Dwight Howard, with JaVale McGee defending. Right here, Carmelo could put pressure on McGee by attacking his body and getting to that baseline. Notice how flat-footed McGee is at this point. Melo also has another option of attacking McGee and throwing a lob up to Howard, who can go up and get anything. But instead of making McGee work, Melo just opts for that little mid-range shot, which is a good shot, but there were definitely better options available here. A few things here. If Westbrook comes off this screen and snakes it and attacks to the right side of Ayton, this could either be a layup or a three-point shot for Monk or Carmelo in the corner. It just depends on how aggressively Bridges and Crowder decide to tag. Instead, Westbrook opts to pass it to Bazemore in the corner, who gets a good step on Booker and looks as if he's about to attack the paint. But off the ball, look at Dwight Howard and how he's screening off DeAndre Ayton at this point. If Bazemore continues to attack in this direction, this could be an easy floater or even a layup there to the right side of Howard. Because Bazemore clearly has a step on Booker and a great angle towards the paint. But he decides to opt for a little mid-range jumper, which is the story of this game. Again, it's a good shot, but there was a better shot available. On this next play, AD gets the ball as a roller, but look at how he catches this ball with no intent to really attack the rim or the paint. Cameron Payne and Jay Crowder are aggressively stunting at the ball. So there's two ways to go here. AD could either kick this ball out to Rajon Rondo for three, or he can aggressively attack towards the paint and toward DeAndre Ayton, which pulls him up and would leave Dwight Howard open for a high-low lob play. But instead he opts for a heavily contested mid-range jumper, and the Suns are going the other way. On this next play, Cam Payne beats Avery Bradley and is going downhill towards the basket. With a wide open paint area, Russell Westbrook now has to tag from the weak side and pick up Cam Payne. And this leaves Malik Monk zoning up against Cam Johnson and Landry Shamet in the corner. Normally on a play like this, the corner and the wing shooter is going to stay put and wait for the ball. But instead of doing that, Cam Johnson cuts right behind Malik Monk just as he's getting into zone position, and that's an easy dunk. That's just a brilliant cut there by Cam Johnson for recognizing the play unfolding and taking full advantage. On this next play, Dwight Howard turns the ball over, Crowder comes up with it, and immediately gives it to his point guard Chris Paul in transition. There's three Lakers back, and Paul decides to attack Malik Monk, knowing that LeBron is lurking. Paul has a full head of steam, but notice how Crowder slows up while Paul goes ahead of him. Crowder slows up and trails Chris Paul, knowing that LeBron is going to contest at the rim, and Paul just drops it off for Crowder for the easy layup. Very subtle play, but a lot of guys would continue going the same speed as the point guard, and there will be no passing angle available. But Crowder's been around the block and is an NBA veteran, and this is why you want a guy like this on your team come playoff time. Last play, excellent ball movement here by the Suns, and when you get the defense moving like this, they're bound to make a mistake. Here all eyes are on Ayton as he comes to set the screen for Chris Paul. But notice as everybody is ball watching, look at Mikal Bridges. He cuts directly behind the sight line of Malik Monk, who has no idea that his man is already in the paint. Always try to cut behind the sight line of your defender, because if you cut in front of him, he's seeing everything in front of him, and that becomes wasted motion. Because if he's a decent defender, he's going to stick with you. So a very smart cut by Bridges, and it definitely pays off. Overall, I think the Lakers' main issue right now is shot selection, and if they start putting pressure on the rim, they'll be alright. Defensively, they also have some things to work on, but it's still early in the season, and I think that's going to come in due time.